Donald Trump is rattled, and it shows. This isn't just about his own sordid past crawling back into the light. It's about the long shadow trailing behind Ivanka, and Trump knows it. We already know he once brought Ivanka into the orbit of Jeffrey Epstein. We already know she was linked to elite model management during a time when it was run by John Casablancas, a man whose reputation didn't decay with time because it was rotten from the start. None of this is new. What is new is how clearly this history is living rent-free in Trump's head. Ivanka is on his mind because Trump understands something. Dangerous is resurfacing, something bigger than him. It's about the ecosystem he built, the doors he opened, the rooms he brought people into, the men he trusted, and the decisions he made when he thought no one was watching. When ghosts start showing up at Christmas parties, it's not because the lighting is bad, it's because the past is knocking loudly. And then came this moment at the White House, just this past Sunday. These two guys, great guys, but then there's one story that really caught my attention. Boy, do you look like Ivanka. Has anyone ever told you that? I'm thinking, is that Ivanka? Turn around for the camera. Look at that. She looks just like Ivanka. It's unbelievable. I didn't want to take a chance. I said, is that Ivanka? You look just like Ivanka, which by the way is a great compliment. Nothing about that moment was accidental, and nothing about Trump's reaction was harmless. And I'd like to just share with you right now some of these photos regarding Ivanka. So this photo here, it's Donald Trump, Ivanka, and Epstein. You see that photo right there? Just the way Donald Trump would touch and hold Ivanka in these photos that I'm showing you sitting on the lap. I mean, this photo. Then there's another photo over here. Them on like a bed together with her kissing his cheek. These are not normal, at least in my opinion. You could tell me if your opinion is different. These are not normal father-daughter photos, not remotely. Anyone pretending otherwise is lying to themselves or auditioning for a job in Trump world. They're unsettling, they're inappropriate, and they raise questions. No one with a functioning moral compass should wave away. That discomfort you feel looking at them, that's not politics, that's instinct. Here's Ivanka talking about elite model agency. Let's play the clip. My family has money and they can support me. But I model because I love to model and it's something that I enjoy doing. So I don't think it's fair that they made me sound greedy about it and all because I model because I love to model. And that's really all there is to. Here's how the New York Times in 1997 described her when she was probably 15 or 16 years old. They described her as wearing see-through white dresses that would turn heads. Seth, white dresses? Come on, she's an underage girl at this time. She seems to have this modeling thing down. They write, there are the sexy outfits. Sexy outfits. She's underage. Then when you show up for an interview wearing floor-length see-through white dresses, you tend to turn heads. There is the denial that she exercises and the chowing down, eating a nice-sized lunch in front of a reporter, proving that she is not a wacky dare. I want you to watch here as Ivanka looks at her childhood bed. This is from several years back. But watch what happens as she's giving this interview and she takes a look at her bed right here. Here, play this clip. This was my bed. It's a little small for me now. Probably why I don't stay here anymore. But yeah. And what floor are we on? We are on the 68th floor. Not a bad view to wake up to. And here's another video of her involved in modeling. Tell me what you think. Play this clip. Ivanka is quickly becoming a star in her own right. Along with her editorial work, she is the new face of both the Mugler trademark and Sasson ad campaigns. People are always going to speculate, and people are always going to wonder, could she have done it without her parents being who they are? And I've always thought, in this industry, your parents can't really get you that far. It's more about the public opinion. And if the public doesn't like you, then you're never going to succeed. She has to go through letting stage. She's really there just starting. She has a lot of confidence, a lot of voice, and a lot of personality. And she's a hard worker. If you start with those qualities, you really can go places. You got beautiful teeth. Well, the beauty of Ivanka is that she's really had very little rejection. Now, that's both good and bad, because at a certain point, perhaps she does have rejection, and she won't know how to take it. But I think she's very focused, and I think she also understands how she really understands.
How life works. Eyes. Here she is getting makeup. Let me show you this clip. Let's play it right here. First stop, makeup. From there, it was time for a funky do where her hairstylist was hitting on her dad's fortune rather than her. Can you ask your dad if he's got $500,000? Next up, we got a sneak peek at the clothes she'd be wearing. This is my last outfit, which is absolutely gorgeous, and all that was left was showtime. So how did it go? And then over here, I'll show you this. You have Donald Trump speaking about Ivanka on Howard Stern and talking about her on The View. You know these clips right here? Play this clip. Hi Va, what's the favorite thing you have in common with your father? Either real estate or golf. Donald, with your daughter. Well, I was gonna say sex, but I can't relate that. If I weren't happily married and you know her father, my daughter, Ivanka, yeah, she's 6 feet tall, she's got the best body. Your daughter, she's beautiful, and can I say this? A piece of ass. She looks more voluptuous than ever. Always been very voluptuous. Some balls. You're going up the escalator. I'm gonna be dating her in 10 years. Here's a longer one of Donald Trump speaking about Ivanka on The View, so you can see the slightly longer clip of it for yourself. Play this clip. If Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her. You know, oh, it's so weird. You know what? You are terrible. You're known for saying outrageous things from who you, Woody Allen, you know, and I'd be remiss if I didn't mention something else that keeps getting waved away like it's nothing. Ivanka's mother died a few years back under circumstances that were at minimum unusual. And where was she buried? On the back lot of Bedminster. Not a private family plot, not a dignified resting place, a golf course. And when the Daily Mail ran photos of the site, you could see it plain as day, grass grown over, barely maintained, almost forgotten. It was grim, it was ugly, and it told you more than any press statement ever could. And then there's this letter, the one Donald Trump wrote to Jeffrey Epstein. Not hearsay, not rumor, an actual letter. There must be more to life than having everything. We have certain things in common, Jeffrey. A pal is a wonderful thing. May every day be a wonderful secret. Read that slowly. That's not casual. That's not nothing. That's familiarity. That's comfort. That's a tone you don't use with someone you barely know. And every time I come back to this, I think about the timing. I think about who Trump was surrounding himself with back then, where he was spending his time, who he thought was worth keeping close. None of this happened in a vacuum. These weren't random encounters. This was a world he chose to inhabit. So when people ask why these connections matter, that's why. It's the pattern, it's the company, it's the consistency. You don't get to rewrite that history just because it's inconvenient now. And with that in mind, here's another look at Donald Trump and his Epstein connections. Watch it. Charges that Jeffrey Epstein was running a sex trafficking ring in the early 2000s that included underage girls as young as 14 years old. Donald Trump in 2002 said of Epstein, "He's a lot of fun to be with. It's even said that he likes beautiful women as much as I do, and many of them are on the younger side." He routinely spoke fawningly of Jeffrey. He admired Epstein's lifestyle. "Your daughter, she's beautiful. Can I say this? A piece of she's. She's actually always been very voluptuous. What does Tiffany have with Mara? She's got Mara's legs. We don't know whether or not she's got this part yet. You were playing tennis and you came off the court." Quote, "Look at that piece of I would love some of that." It so happened that Trump was referring to Cohen's then 15-year-old daughter. Sam, I had the impression that he was interested in younger women and that, women would age out for him. Miss Teen Universe. Yeah, that's like giving Jeffrey Dahmer a cooking show. I'll go backstage before a show and everyone's getting dressed and ready and everything else, and I'm allowed to go in because I'm the owner of the pageant and therefore I'm inspecting it. They stayed there with no clue. Donald Trump is heard making questionable comments about a young girl. "You're going up the escalator. I'm going to be dating her in 10 years. A lawsuit against the presumptive GOP nominee alleges he raped a girl when she was 13 years old. Prince Andrew answering questions for the first time about his friendship with convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. I don't know Prince Andrew, but it's a tough story. Trump has been photographed with Prince Andrew as far back as the year 2000. Ghislaine Maxwell is accused of helping Epstein sexually abuse underage girls. I've met her numerous times over the years, especially since I lived in Palm Beach, and I guess they lived in Palm Beach, but I wish her well. You know about sexual predators and things like that. I mean, you are one. All right, I was going to say that, but it's true. Well, there you have it. Let me know what you think, folks. We are going to continue to as well, and if you want to support that, as always, you can hit that subscribe button, leave a like on this video. If you stuck around to the end, drop a blue heart in the comments. Keep on fighting, y'all. Don't let them silence you.
And until next time, I'll see.